Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So this will be my first video on Crystal over ATLAN, and I've been really busy. Since I've put in so many hours, I've actually managed to mess around with the system. This game, I decided to make a few tips to help you guys who are just starting out and how to go about this game. So the first tip, just straight out of the way, is if you are having like issues getting the EU client in the game, because you might find that you're not really getting Europe here on your server list. You're probably getting things like Asia and stuff like that when you download from the website straight up. You might want to get the Epic Games version, maybe use like a VPN or something to get the Epic Games client. Once you download the client through the Epic Games launcher, you don't really need the launcher anymore, because it does download like the launcher on its own, like separate folder, and then you can like launch the game from there. That's what I did to get the EU version. Otherwise I was stuck with the Europe version, Asia version, sorry. So you might want to do that. Next tip is this: if you want to like level quick, the game does feature an energy mechanic, which is every character has a total of 120 energy. I do have 140 because I purchased the $5 kind of subscription. So you have 120 energy per character, and the moment you deplete your energy, you cannot really do any more main quests, you cannot do any more dungeons and stuff. So you want to just focus on your yellow quest. It will be the first yellow quest on the left here, and you're going to run through the main quest until you get the cooldown on it. And most of the time it will be when you're running out of energy. So if you are trying to like level really quick, you are somebody who like just wants to like get it over with, just focus on the main story quest and just get it done. The side quest you can do later on. So okay, this game does feature a gacha system. So the gacha system is supposed to be like a pay to win system. However, you do get this the currency or the ticket to rolls for some of these gacha materials. Even if you're just playing free to play, you do get a couple of these. You'd get actually a lot more in last one day, but they changed it. I think you used to get this with your alts, like every time you get your alts like level 10, level 20, like that. But I think now it's per account, not per character. But it's still a free kind of a thing. So keep in mind that these rewards that you get here, for example, if you get the title, it is kind of bound to your character. Not fully bound though. You can transfer it later to another character, but it's going to cost the material. It's not going to be free to transfer it. So if you just want to make sure that when you are rolling for the gacha stuff, you are actually doing it with a character you intend to main. Let me put it like that, or like your main character. If you swap your main character later on, you decide you want to play something, it's not the end of the world. You can't transfer it to that other character. However, it is going to cost some material that you get from the cash shop or like from other currencies in game to actually do that. Like this Supreme One title, if I want to put this title on another character of mine, I can do it theoretically, but it's not going to be free. They're going to require some other currencies, which I have to actually find it somewhere else in the game so that I can actually do that. So just to make it pretty easy for yourself, make sure you do this on a class that you actually want to main, and so that you save yourself the trouble. Another thing is, you might have heard some people tell you that you actually can't delete a character once you have created it. The reason they say this is because the way of deleting a character is not very straightforward, but it is possible to delete a character on your account. So don't be scared about having to make a perfect alt system kind of a thing. So once you make your characters and you want to delete one, so you choose what character you want to delete. You come over to Lumiville. It's on the world map, so Lumiville, and then check on this corner here. You can even look on the left and look for the account management bot. Click that and then track it. It's going to take you exactly to where that NPC is, and this is the NPC right here. Talk to the NPC and you should see the delete character here. So click that delete character using the character you actually want to delete. So don't go there with a character you intend to keep. And then it's gonna go on a 6-day countdown, a 7-day countdown, and then after that, that character is deleted. So yeah, you go crazy with your alts, because you can always delete them, so they're not there permanently. There is always some codes you can redeem for some rewards, like also lots of MMOs are doing that these days. So to do that, you click your settings there, go to other, and then you should see your redeem codes. There is a bunch of redeem codes that you can get. I'm going to show them on screen right now. These are the few that I know that are working. I don't know how long they're gonna be active, so I just try and see. You get a couple of things. Some give a lot of gold. The last one, I believe, will give you some gacha currency, so it's pretty good code. So try that. I don't have my own creator code. I hope they give me one, but I don't have it for now. But yeah, so this is how you redeem your codes for some free rewards. When you're just starting out and you don't even know what your class does and stuff when it comes to skills, don't be scared with experimenting here, because it doesn't really matter how you set up your skills. You can always downgrade and everything, and you don't like that skill, remove the points, put them in another skill. It is completely free. You can mess around with this as much as you want. You're not going to be locked out of anything. So do not worry about making a wrong build of something. It is free to reset, so you can go crazy. If you have a problem, just reset everything and you're gonna get like a recommended stuff, and then you can play how the game feels like it's the best way to do. I do not suggest that. I prefer you try skills. Sometimes you're gonna have a skill that you absolutely hate, and you can actually make your own combo instead of doing someone else's combo, because every skill here kind of flows into anything. That's the beautiful thing about this game. Like, you can make your own crazy combos, and the way the skills are set up. For example, here, if I set up my 2 into this skill into this, means the moment I press 2, this will go on cooldown, and then this will be active. That's what this means right here, right? So if you press 1, it goes on cooldown, and then this second skill will now be on the 1 slot. So you can combo that and make your own kind of a gameplay loop. It's a gameplay loop. So you'll have a total of 10 skills, so 8 basic skills and 2 finishes. You're gonna get the second finisher the moment you hit level 45 and you do your awakening quest, which is this quest. The moment I finish this, which should be tomorrow, I'm going to get the skill where I can slot it on my second, and I can have 2 finisher abilities, and that will give me a total of 8 possible skills. With 8 possible skills, you're going to always have something to press. Warlock has like a lot of cooldowns and stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna find a way around that. So yeah, that's the thing about skills. Try and error, guys. Learn your class, and the best way to learn your class is to mess up. Just put a skill, find out it actually does absolutely no damage, change it, and then find a skill that just wrecks everything. That's how you actually learn a class. So yeah, experiment, guys. During your travels, you're going to find yourself with a lot of trash gear. You're going to get a lot of gray gears, a lot of blue gears that you're not really ever going to use, and they're going to clog up your inventory extremely fast. And you might find yourself full, and they start sending you things in the mail, and it's going to be really annoying. So with the gear that you don't really want, you can just dismantle that gear. Okay, so you want to be careful about automatically dismantling some of these, but if you know what you're doing, yeah, you can mess around with this. This is how you get rid of all these things you don't need, and the reason why you dismantle is because you do get these crafting materials, some spare parts, which is kind of needed. So you want to dismantle everything you don't need so that you can have spare parts. You also do this in your alts when they get this trash gear, and the good thing is the spare parts from the alts can be sent over to your main, and your main can have a surplus of these materials in any case you ever need them, and you never really have to buy this from anyone else. When you're already done with your main and you're actually out of energy and you're thinking about starting an alt, the tutorials can be a little bit annoying. So to disable that, just come to game, and then you want to turn off this system tutorial so that it doesn't keep telling you how to use this and how to use that and that. But a thing that actually I forgot myself, and gave me a hard time leveling my alts. Make sure you set up your potions, because it's not going to remind you how to do it, and you cannot do this when you're inside the dungeon. You can only do this when you're in town. So come and make sure you equip your potion on your wheel, on your alts, to make sure they actually don't die, because they'll be weak, kinda. It's not like your main. So come and set up your potion, and you're gonna have an easier time. Trust me. I actually forgot this, and I leveled some of these alts like in a really painful way, and I could have had just these HP potions there. So yeah, keep that in mind. So the game has a gear system called circuits. So circuits are basically like gems. I'll call them gems, where you slot them on your gear. They may look really intimidating at first, but the good thing about these gems is you can't really go wrong with any of these circuits. I don't know, I call them gems, circuits. You can't really go wrong with any of these circuits. So even if you slot something, you can always remove it. It's completely free to remove it and put in something else. You do not lose anything. It does not go anywhere. You can mix and match. These circuits will always have an attribute here. Like you see, now I want the attack 9, right? So I can equip that. Later on, you can upgrade them, and there's all of these things. I'm going to make a video eventually for that. So when you are leveling up and you're getting like these legendary circuits, they give like crit chance. Like here, crit rate 1%. Some just give like good attack. Just putting them on the gear, you're gonna get some extra power to work on, and then just remove it, and then put something else when you get new gear, or remove the radiant and put it on a new gear. It's free to equip and equip, so don't really worry about that. When it comes to gear again, there is this crafting here. They always really want you to craft stuff because there's always an exclamation there always. You're actually not required to craft any of these materials, any of this gear here, sorry. And most of this gear will actually even drop in dungeons, especially the purple ones. They will drop in the elite dungeons and stuff. So do not waste your materials and gold crafting these. The only time you're gonna need to craft this is probably with the void ones, because that's now when you actually need to start crafting these gears. When you start doing the void dungeons and stuff. But before that, do not bother with the rest. Just use what the story gives you, the dungeons gives you, and the elite dungeons give you. Also, the abyss dungeons will be dropping this gear. You don't need to craft any of it. If you are someone who just plays one character, doesn't want to deal with alts at all, you will find yourself running out of energy extremely fast. Extremely fast. The moment you run out of energy, you will find yourself you have actually absolutely nothing to do, and you'll be like, maybe I want to log off, but that's not really the case. There's actually a lot of things you can do. When you look at this icon just under your minimap, the X icon, there's a lot of stuff you can do here that does not require energy. So adventure will always require energy. These are like your elite dungeons. They will need you to spend like 20 energy to get in the elite dungeons. Your abyss dungeon down here, we need 10 energy. So click this, look at your like core button. This is not actually unlocked, sorry. Challenge. This challenge is where most of these things do not require energy except the void realm. This one does need energy for you to get into. This is not really released yet. But temper trials, you wanna go have fun with this in a party. Probably it's even better to do it in a party which is kind of geared all the same gear, and then try and do as many waves as you can for the rewards. Arena also go do this. It's pretty good in a party. And also duel of bonds. You might find that you don't have this duel of bonds unlocked, and the reason for that is you wanna click on your quest tab here, and then sorry, where this exclamation mark, you should see your duel of bonds right here saying something like this: training card unlocked, something. So click that like this and then track it. It's going to take you to the NPC, and that way you're going to be able to unlock your duel of bonds. These are really good things, especially duel of bonds. When you clear the 5th, the 6th and 4th, like this 4 and 6, it's going to give you a plus 12 ticket, so that you don't have to enhance your armor yourself. So a level 45 12 and a level 45 12. So just keep that in mind. It's something you do when you are out of energy. There's a lot to do when you're out of energy. Another thing to do when you're out of energy is to do exploration. So the way to do exploration is when you open your map, you should see these gates, these blue gates here. You see there's another, every world, you travel to this world and then you open the map, you should see these blue gates. You want to just go through that blue gate. Let me just show you quick. So you want to be going through, this is things you do when you're out of energy, because now you maybe wonder, how do you do life skills in this game? Well, life skills, you have to go here for exploration. So it's not really like when you are doing normal dungeons. It's basically like a semi-open world. And in this open world, that is where you can now gather. You see there's like some flowers here I can gather. I don't think I can gather because I'm out of stamina. It does use a resource, so you cannot like gather all day. So yeah, in these exploration zones, there is these crafting materials because you can use for cooking, and there's ores and all that. Every part of the map, like every like city, Wonderlands has its own open world place where you can explore and you can get your crafting materials there, and you can start leveling up your gathering by getting those materials, and also level up your crafting by doing cooking and all these things. On that topic, let's talk about fleets. So fleets are like the guilds of this game, and we just made a guild today with my friends, and we still have a lot of space for a lot of people. So I'm gonna show you guys our ID for now. So this is our ID. Just copy the ID, search it, and join it. We are in WAD1 in EU, WAD1 in EU, the server. So yeah, you can join us and we can have some fun. We just made this guild today, so it's pretty new. We're going to try to be a little bit semi-serious, not very hardcore, not really. So just join this and have some fun with us. It's really good for the fleet. Fleet is a lot of fun as well. We do a lot of team bosses and stuff. It's pretty cool. We're gonna start doing some mine wars that looks at level 55. We're gonna have some fun with that. So yeah, just join the guild. Guild has like very decent rewards the moment you start getting these guild currencies and stuff. So it's a good thing to do at the moment you get it. You also get some cool stuff. So join the guild. The guild is called Battle Pass. That's the ID. I'm gonna set it on the screen so that you guys can see it, and please join our guild, and I'll see you guys in game if you're in WAD1 EU. And again, on that topic, I'm going to do a shameless plug, and I'm going to give you guys my invite code. So when you click these double swords and then go to event, you should see an event down here called Journey with Friends. I do not have friends, I lied. So I need you guys to be my friends. And I'm going to give you guys my code. So what you're gonna do is go to bound. You're gonna bind a key. Here it's gonna be written bind, right? And it's going to bring up a section where you can put in a code. And I want you guys to put in this code right there. This will bind your account to mine as me recruiting you, basically, because I'm basically recruiting you guys, and I'm gonna get some rewards. And I mean, come on, it's a shameless plug, so just do it and I'll be thankful for it. So yeah, that's my code. I'm gonna type it out there so that you can see it correctly. So just go there, bind the code, and then put in my code there, and thanks for helping. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is not really a tip, it's just a disclaimer. I know a lot of people are talking about the pay to win, the gacha, all of that. You can actually buy stuff, you can buy gold, it's completely pay to win. It's not even hiding it. I want you guys to understand this part. The game is not trying to tell you the game is not pay to win. It is pay to win. However, the concept is like, what are you really winning? Because in PvP, everything is completely equalized. It doesn't matter how much you have paid. If you suck, you suck. There is no shortcut to it. The only time this will be like really pay to win is probably for rankings. People are paying to win for rankings. They want to look good. They want to be up here. And that is all it's going to do for you. When you are like gearing up and you're probably crafting, everyone is going to have the same gear. There is no better gear than this, and everyone is be crafting the exact same gear. Maybe as a free-to-play, you're gonna be like plus 13 or plus 14 or plus 12, and then a pay-to-win player will be like maybe plus 14 or so, because they bought gold and you are just farming your own gold and you're using alts and stuff like that. But at the end, free-to-play players really play with free-to-play players. Whales, most of the time, play with whales. And even if I'm in PvE and I have a whale in my group, I like it because they're gonna carry me. I don't have to do anything. I can also go and make myself some tea, and they can solo stuff. In fact, a lot of these dungeons, you're gonna be able to solo them with just a decent amount of gear, and it's probably definitely doable free to play. So let no one tell you, oh, the game is pay to win. I mean, yeah, but come on, it's not affecting you. No one is gonna kill you in a dungeon. No one is gonna attack you or anything like that. No one is really gonna kick you from a group for doing less damage. People can carry dungeons here alone. So in fact, the whales kind of want to do that. They actually want to carry people alone. So this is that kind of a game. It's bringing me like some critical vibes, some soul worker vibes, those kind of a game. So don't really care so much about when people say, oh, the game is between. No, it's just a game to have fun. Even think of it like a small chill game you play with a few friends. It's not really a full-on MMO like or like the way it is people make it seem sound. So don't worry, guys. Just have fun with the game. It's actually a really fun game. The combat is amazing. I really love this combat. So, and I come from something like BDO. So yeah, this game is pretty fun. It's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna be setting up a lot more content of this game because I'm gonna be playing it really active as I wait for other games. I'm also gonna be playing something like Dune Awakening. I'm also gonna be playing like Chrono Odyssey when it comes out, Blue Protocol when it comes out. So I'm gonna be a very busy person, So thanks guys for watching. This is just the first video I've made of this game, and I hope you guys actually enjoy this kind of content, and I'll see you guys on the next one. So like and subscribe if you like this as well, by the way, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.